What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today this is a surprise. That's all I'm going to say. This is a surprise because we all know Season 8 rewards haven't been great. They've been alright. They have not been great. So you're looking at these guys right here. Look, these guys were fun novelty. All these ones here. And then, I mean, Bob McAdoo was alright. Trae Young kind of sucked. Richmond was good. Archibald sucked. David Thompson was meh. Nurkic was... Don't even get me started on Yusuf Nurkic. There'll be a section of the freaking documentary about that card. But lads, it seems like for this week, the daily login reward is a pretty good card. It's Antoine Walker. So again, I haven't looked in depth at his stats, but I looked at them a little bit on, well, yesterday, because he came out with the other cards. And I actually like what 2K have done. Instead of showing us what the card art looks like on Thursday night, actually just giving us the card art before the card comes into the game. We didn't know what Antoine Walker was going to be for. We didn't know if he was going to be login reward, and this obviously confirms he's going to be login reward. So, yeah, he is, like, he's going to be better. Maybe Mitch might be better, but I glanced at the stats yesterday, and his stats are pretty damn good. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. They are pretty good. So, anyway, now let's take a look at his stats right here. So, Antoine Walker, 99 offense, 99 defense overall. 6'8", 6'11" wingspan, 244 pounds. Or say 224 pounds. And the weight doesn't matter. If anyone wants to say, oh, he's above 220, that only matters... The weight limit only matters on current gen if you are 6'9" or taller. Or sorry, if you are 6'9". Because if you're 6'10", no matter what height you are, you can't do pro escapes. You have to be 6'9" and under 220 or 6'8" and smaller. But if you are on next gen and you are 6'10" and taller, you have to be under 245 pounds. But you can be any height. Like you can be 7'7" and do pro escapes on next gen. Which is why we're all in fear of the Curry sliding minute ball that's coming. So, Antoine Walker, 6'8", 6'11" wingspan. That's alright length for a 2-guard power forward. It's not the greatest length in the world. It's not terrible. But I'm just looking at the badges and hot zones. He's got hot zones everywhere. And lads, I'm just saying that like 57 huffs, 13 goals is absolutely exceptional, lads. Like, those badges are, like, that badge count is absolutely elite. So, he's got 95 3 ball, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 94 3 ball, 90 driving dunk. If you're looking at his badges, what badges does he not have? Defensive leader, deep hooks. Steady shooter, deep fades. Like, pretty much everything. If you're looking at his goal badges, it's that playmaking, basically everything is in Hall of Fame. The guy's got 16 Hall of Fame defensive badges, 11 playmaking, 15 Hall of Fame shooting, and 15 Hall of Fame finishing, which is nuts. If you're looking at his stats, outside of like vertical, steal, standing dunk, everything else above 90. I mean, this guy is basically a hidden invincible, stats-wise. Pro 2, Pro 3, I like it. Shifty, I like it. Set shot 14. Okay. That is an interesting one. Set shot 14 is not terrible, though. Like, I know a lot of people are not high on set shot 14, but I don't think it's bad. Like, there are a lot of way worse releases than set shot 14. So for me, like it's above average for me. If you want to say it's a bad release, that's completely fine. But I mean, I would not go that far with it. I think it's a solid release. He does step in sometimes from the corners, but it's very rare that they do step in from the corners on current... Oh, on next gen they're not going to. On current gen, I think it's a lot rarer than people like to say that someone steps in from the corners. But very quick set shot 14 again, really good. If we're looking at the invincible cards right here, like, is he better than Kobe? No. Is he better than Duncan? Yes. Is he better than KG? Debatable. Because again, KG, if you guys don't know, has got set shot 14, but he's only got the Pro 1 behind the back, and like very similar stats wise and badges wise, 61-11. But he can't carry on next gen. Whereas Walker can carry on both, or can just do a Pro escape on both. It's debatable. If you're running power forward, obviously you're on Kevin Garnett, but you can run Antoine Walker small forward. So I'll give maybe the edge to Kevin Garnett. Walker is better than these three right here. Walker is as good as Wade. Walker is better than Rose. Walker is better than Melo. Walker is arguably better than Scotty. And maybe Dwight. So like he would be somewhere. He'd be in the, if he was an invincible, he'd be in the lower half. The card that I would compare him most to is Ben Wallace. Remember when I made the video talking about hidden invincible Ben Wallace? And the fact is that, like, yeah, the release is a little bit different, but like stats wise, like you got tiny better dunking, you've actually got a little better defense. But again, like 95 versus 99 lateral, you're not gonna notice difference just because Ben Wallace is 99 in all the defense stats, whereas you've got 95 in all of them for Walker. You have the same amount of Hall of Fame badges and same amount of gold badges. Like the fact is that you're getting probably a card that someone would consider using, and that's the big thing. Is like there are not many cards in the game that people would say, you know what, I'm going to use that. I want to use that card. They're not going to say I want to use it. And that's kind of the case with, in my opinion, with the like even the Mitch Richmond. I like the Mitch Richmond card, but at no stage have I thought, you know what, I think that Mitch Richmond is going to be a usable card, or sorry, is going to make my team. Whereas Walker, do I think Walker's going to make my team? Probably not, but it wouldn't be that much of a shock if it turns out I like set shot 14 if I want to use him, or if I occasionally play a game and decide, you know what, I want to use Antoine Walker. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually do not mind at all. I do not mind at all, lads, this card. Like, I think it's a more than good card in game. And like, it all depends on what your squad is. Obviously, if you have an unbelievable squad, you're not going to be like absolutely like going out of your way to get a free card. But like, if it's a squad like this, just for example, I can't remember what lineup I made for my cheapest dark mana. So for example, like if this is your lineup here, he's better than Tatum in my opinion. Like if you have a lineup something like this, do I have a point? Yeah, if you have a lineup that's at this standard, Walker, even if he's not going to be unbelievable, you're just starting out the game, just putting Antoine Walker in your team and being able to sell someone is going to help a lot. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. In my opinion, Antoine Walker the best by a mile of these cards. And lads, I strongly advise you to log in on every account. Well, on every account you own. I own this account and my No Money Spent account. This is the old money spent account from back in the day. And honestly, I am just logging into this account to get this card just to use them the odd time in a squad builder because, man, Walker is insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.